Good morning. Welcome to Gimpy's History Corner. I'm called Gimpy by my two grandsons, Ellis and Archie. Two handsome red-headed boys. Very proud of them. Okay, I left off with a video about Edgar Allan Poe, who was an excellent American author but had alcohol problems. I'm going to follow Edgar with three more well-known American authors who had alcohol problems as well. And I'll probably follow those up with a history of alcohol problems in America. Okay, video number 97 is a famous American author, Jack London. You probably read a Jack London story or book in middle school or high school. He's very popular in the school settings. What do we know about Jack London's life? He was born January 12th, 1876 in San Francisco, California. His birth name was John Griffith Cheney. His father was William Cheney, who was an astrologer, but he denied paternity. He's not my kid. He left, so he was not a father, in practice anyway. His mother was Flora Wellman, a music teacher and spiritualist. And then shortly after John Griffith Cheney was born, Flora married John London. So that's where the London name came from. So he was like a stepfather. John was a Civil War veteran. But he did not provide very well for the family, so they were very poor. They moved around a lot. Jack had to work at jobs as a child, like newspaper delivery, ice delivery, and working at the canneries on the West Coast. He dropped out of Oakland High School to work full-time. And on age 17, he joined something called the California Fish Patrol. I'd never heard of that before. And sailed upon a sealing ship, not sailing, sealing, S-E-A-L-I-N-G. They were looking for seals. Sailed all the way to Japan and the Bering Sea up near Alaska. Jack became an avid reader. He read Darwin, Marx, Nietzsche. 1896, he tried 1 year at University of California at Berkeley, but left for financial reasons. 1897, he went way north into Canada to the Klondike Gold Rush. He found no gold, but met many characters for later books. One of those I'm going to read to you. I think I'll do it right now. In this great American short stories, his contribution is called To Build a Fire. Day had broken cold and gray, exceedingly cold and gray, when the man turned aside from the main Yukon Trail and climbed a high earth bank, where a dim and little-traveled trail led eastward through the fat spruce timberland. It was a steep bank, and he paused for breath at the top, excusing the act to himself by looking at his watch. It was 9 o'clock. There was no sun nor hint of sun, though there was not a cloud in the sky. It was a clear day, yet there seemed an intangible pall over the face of things, a subtle gloom that made the day dark, and that was due to the absence of sun. This fact did not worry the man. He was used to the lack of sun. It had been days since he had seen the sun, and he knew that a few more days must pass before that cheerful orb due south would just peep above the skyline and dip immediately from view. So he's writing about his experiences in the Yukon. Okay, in 1903, he published Call of the Wild. Became an instant classic, launched his career. You may have read Call of the Wild in high school. In 1904, he wrote Sea Wolf. 1906, White Fang, another popular school book. In 1909, something called Martin Eden, which I had not heard of before. He became the most successful and highest paid authors of his time. So he started out very, very poor, and through his adventurous travel, met a lot of people and experienced his environment and wrote about it, and became very successful and highest paid. Between 1907 and 1909, he sailed a self-built yacht called the Snark to the South Pacific, Hawaii, Australia. And he documented it in The Cruise of the Snark. It's kind of a weird name, isn't it? Snark. He covered the Russo-Japanese War as a correspondent, visiting Korea and Manchuria. What were his politics? He was a socialist. He joined the Socialist Labor Party and ran for mayor of Oakland twice, but lost. New York City just elected a socialist, Mondani. My son and his girlfriend really like him, and I know they voted for him. So I hope it turns out. 1908, he wrote The Iron Heel, a dystopian novel about capitalist oppression. He wrote essays on labor, class struggles, and racial injustice. So Jack London, you think of him as a naturalist writer about White Fang and Call of the Wild, but his politics were really left-wing. He was married twice, had 2 children, and he suffered from kidney disease, alcoholism, and gastrointestinal issues, exacerbated by overwork and stress. So Jack London was an alcoholic, just like Poe. I don't know. I'm going to investigate this at the end of this series of why these writers became alcoholics. He died November 22nd, 1916, at age 40. He was young, of uremia, which is end-stage kidney failure. Some speculate an accidental overdose or suicide because of his health. What is his legacy as a writer? He's known for American realism, naturalism, and blended adventure and social critique. And like I said, he became very big on the American public school reading list. And that always helps a writer become entry into the classics. So Jack London died at age 40, alcoholism, kidney failure. But before that, he had a very successful writing career and tried politics by becoming a socialist and running for mayor of San Francisco unsuccessfully. Okay, that's Jack London. Next will be F. Scott Fitzgerald. Stay tuned for that one. Thank you.